Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another Koenig Care Minute. We're with Josh Penhorwood, and Josh is a service technician at the Urbana location for Koenig Equipment. And it's that time of the year again. It's time for fall harvest. And one of the things that we want to keep in mind and remind our farmer patrons out there is some safety tips. But first, let's talk statistically, Josh, about some of the things that our farmer patrons need to keep in mind.
Yeah, each day in the U.S., approximately 500 agricultural workers suffer lost work time injuries. Approximately 5% of these result in permanent impairment. The 10-year Ohio average is 23 deaths per 100,000 workers in the agricultural sector, compared to 4 deaths per 100,000 workers in the civilian work sector. The agricultural sector is 6 times more dangerous.
You know, technically speaking, Josh, every time you deliver a combine or a farmer gets one serviced, there's always certain things that we call window clings that have important information for them to use during this time of the year.
Yeah, we install a window cling in every cab piece of equipment that we deliver. Also in the cab is the operator manual, which contains important safety information. ABC and water fire extinguishers are on all combines. Combines are equipped with safety starting, operator presence systems, and seat belts. We want to never allow riders except for training and machine diagnosis. Be sure to stop the engine, set the brake, and remove the key when leaving the operator station. Sound the horn before starting the engine to alert bystanders, and make sure bystanders are clear before moving the machine. We want to use the power reverser to unplug the feeding system. Never want to enter any grain tank, wagon, or bin, and never use our hands or feet to break bridge grain. Regularly remove chaff and crop debris often to prevent potential fires. Take regular work breaks. Get out of the cab and walk around. Look over the machine for potential safety problems. Want to break up the monotony and stay refreshed with liquids and food.
You know, Josh, too, what our farmers need to remember is that most of the injuries occur in the field, so there are specific field safety tips we want our farmers to remember as well.
Yes. Want to be sure all shields are present and functional. We never want to work on a machine while it's running. Anytime we have to work on the header equipment, we want to either lower the safety stop or have the header resting on the ground. Want to sound the horn and make sure bystanders are clear when starting or moving the machine. Consider installing rear view cameras. Keep a list of emergency phone numbers in the cab.
And of course, one of the other things that we have to remind not only our farmers out there is when we talk about road safety, but we have to remind that our viewers out there that whether they're in the city or are out in the urban areas, this equipment is going to be on the road. So there are some road safety tips we want to also keep in mind.
Yeah, we want to be sure our equipment is clearly visible, and we want to be sure that the SMV is in good condition. We want to be sure the warning, hazard, and highway lights are functional, and that the turn signals work. We'll watch for low-hanging electric lines, and we never want to get out of cab if a wire is down and on the machine. Harvest equipment is very wide, and we need to use extra caution when transporting. A lot of times highway drivers are not used to this wider equipment, and oncoming drivers may not move over. Always consider an escort driver when transporting, especially at night. And when unloading to trucks at the roadside, make sure the truck flashers are operating.
Some very important safety tips brought to you by our friends here at Koenig Equipment. Josh Penhorwood has been with us. Josh, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Dan.
And for more information, check them out on the web at KoenigEquipment.com. We'll be back with more in Ohio Country Today right after this.